Hey, this is Ihab. In this video I'm going to talk about setting up a Maya project. This is an essential process, especially for projects that are going to include and involve textures and reference models and things like that. Setting up your Maya project is going to ensure that your renders are going to the right direction, which is going to be the images folder. So if you go here to File and then Project Window, you will notice that you have these default subfolders. I'm going to talk about the essential ones. So the scenes is where you save your scene, such as, for instance, an environment or scene 1 or scene 5 out of a film. Images is the folder where your renders are going to go automatically to. If you do not have this folder, then the renders could pretty much vanish, especially if you're using something like the render farm. Or if you're lucky, they would go into some random places. Source images. This is one of the folders that get mistaken with images. Source images is the folder where you store all of your texture images in. Sounds is where you have the sound files. Scripts, self-explanatory. Movie is where your exported movies go into. Disk cache is where the caching information go, such as simulation. Autosave is the folder where your autosaved files would go. This is something that you would have to set by yourself. I've had a terrible experience with it where it doesn't really work. So it's not something that I developed a passion to set up because I always got disappointed. The other thing is that it may hinder you from the habit of regularly saving your files, which is a healthy thing. So if you rely on this one, you might find yourself eventually not saving, and then maybe the autosave fails you and then you lose your files. So in Maya 2023, they're changing these subfolders, which is a terrible idea in my opinion, because they have been set in a specific way and now they're decided that, hey, let's change them. And that's a bad idea because it used to be in a specific way that everyone agrees on, and now they're changing them. So it's kind of chaotic a little bit. One rule of thumb is that I would always keep these subfolders exactly the way they're named, and I try to adapt to the way they're structured. This way, you would know that your work would be always on the same page with anyone else. So lastly, I'm gonna go here and hit this button so I can save this as a new file. And then you go here and set up the directory and the location of that file. And then you hit accept, and then finally Ctrl+Shift+S to save. And that's going to take you directly to that file. Another thing that I want to say as a bonus, this is something that has saved me a great amount of time. So if you're working in a nested structure of folders and you just want to get to the folder as soon as possible, I would copy this, since I've already set everything up, so this is exactly in the right place, right? Copy. And if I want to go and physically go, not physically, but going to my computer, Windows E is the shortcut. And if you want to go specifically to that direction, I would click here and then Ctrl+V, and that's going to take me exactly to that location. This could be a time saver for you, so it's good to keep it in mind. So with that said, I just want to add that I am making this type of recording with my voice this way in an attempt to make it less noisy. So if this is better, please let me know. If you think this is setting you to sleep, please let me know. I'll go back to the old method. If this is calming you, then maybe that's a good thing. Either way, I appreciate your feedback and I hope this was helpful.